Hello, my fellow face, I'm back over the Chaotic Freak, and I wanted to talk for a moment about the video editor I'm using, hitfilm Express, and because of what happened earlier today. So earlier today, I was editing the third episode of Lily's Night Off, which it should have been going up yesterday, I believe, because this should be going up Thursday. This might be going up Friday, but Lily's Night Off went up Wednesday. I did a lot of editing on the video. I was very proud of it, and it was. And I think it's one of my better videos that I've uploaded recently. So if you guys haven't checked it out, you should go check it out now. There should be an end card for it at the end of this video. But I want to talk about why hitfilm Express really saved me when I was editing that, because there are a couple of issues I do have with hitfilm Express. For example, whenever I want to add text onto the video, I have to select a segment of the video and then turn it into a composite shot and then add text to it, which isn't that difficult. It's a bit of a hassle, but it's not really all that difficult though. The really annoying part is that if you want to zoom in and add text, what I normally do is I will cut the video here and then cut the video here, and then take the segment and zoom in on it, and then add text, and then make that a composite shot, and then add text. That does not work very well though, because when you zoom in, and then you make a composite shot, when you go to the composite version of it, it is not zoomed in anymore. So you have to zoom in again, and if you zoom in again, then when you go back to editing, it's more zoomed in than you want it to be, and it becomes a big problem, and everything is off sync. Because of that, I actually ended up having to, I had to scrap the first time I was editing the video. I had to scrap the whole thing and start over, which wasn't that big a deal. It was still near the beginning of the video. The only other issue I have with hitfilm is that whenever you were zooming in, let's say I grab the bottom right of the video and I want to make the video, I want to zoom in, I want to just drag the bottom right and just make it bigger, while leaving the left corner where it is. So I want this corner to be right here, but I just want to grab the bottom right and just zoom it out, or zoom it in. That way, it's still locked onto the upper left part of the video, but it's still zooming in though. Hitfilm will not let you do that, because if you grab any part of the video and you start zooming in, it'll zoom the whole thing in, it'll zoom the opposite part of it. So if I grab the right side and I zoomed in, and the left side will also move left, and then you'll be zooming in like this rather than just like this. So if I grab the bottom right, if I grab the bottom right, I won't go like this. I'll be going like this, that's annoying. It makes it kind of hard to zoom in how you want to and center everything the right way, but it's still doable. Those two small problems are some things that can be easily fixed. I mean, with the zooming in, you just gotta be a bit careful with how you do it. And with the composite shot, all you gotta do is do the segment, then make a composite shot, and then go into the composite, and then zoom in, and then add the text. And that way, you're not doing two zoom-ins, and it doesn't get all weird. So those are my only issues with hitfilm, and like I said, other than that, it's great. It's a really powerful editor. You can do a lot of different things with it, and doing those two small little things are not a big deal. They're very easy to get past. The reason, however, that I'm really happy with it is that when I was doing an edit, I got pretty far into the video, and then my editor crashed. The whole thing wouldn't work anymore. I tried to have the program recover itself for 10 minutes, and it just would not fix itself. So I was really annoyed because I hadn't saved at all, because I was an idiot. So I had to close the program, and I was really annoyed because I had to start all over, and I had to do everything again. And up to that point, I had done everything practically perfectly. It was exactly how I wanted it to be. And so I pulled back up. I'm about to have to go through this whole process again, and this notification came up that said hitfilm recognized that the last file had crashed without being saved. Would you like to recover it now? So I was able to recover it, and then start back. It wasn't quite from where I left off. It was a couple edits back, but it wasn't very far back. And so I was able to continue almost right from where I left off. So that was amazing. From that point, I was saving it, and the editor almost broke a couple times. It's got kind of a little laggy. I think the reason that it broke the first time was because I was moving through tabs and stuff very quickly, and I think that it got just a little laggy, and then a couple too many things, and it just finally got caught in some sort of loop and it crashed. But it recovered everything, so it was great. The editor is amazing because it could do that. I didn't realize that it would actually save my progress automatically like that. So HitFilm Express saved that video, and it is why I was able to keep a lot of those edits. Because if it hadn't saved that, a lot of those edits would not be there right now. Because I would have gotten way too aggravated with it, and I would have just basically skipped to the end and then just finished it and just left it almost how it was. I would have only done a couple of small edits and not many big things. So the reason that video is as good as it is because HitFilm saved it. HitFilm is the whole reason that video was as good as it was. And if it wasn't for HitFilm, I couldn't have done those edits in the first place because the only other editor I have is pretty much I can make cuts in it and add other videos into it. I can't layer it. Even adding text isn't very good. I mean, I know how to use the other editor I use. I know how to use to pretty much almost the best of its abilities, but those abilities themselves are not very strong. HitFilm is a very strong editor, a very good editor. Like I said, the zooming in and the composite and the way you have to add text are the only things that are even remotely annoying. And like I said, both those things can be easily be looked past. The crashing. This is the first time it's ever crashed on me, by the way. So it's not like this is something that crashes frequently. This is the first time that's ever happened. I think it was just because I was doing so many different things in the video. I was moving so quickly through it and through all the different tabs. I was basically I was moving back and forth. I was changing the zoom in thing, and I was clicking between tabs. I was checking all these different things I didn't need to do, and I think everything just piled up and became too much for that particular segment. So it does not crash very often. It almost is never laggy, and if it does crash, it can save your work, and it was very amazing. And another cool thing about HitFilm Express is that you don't have to pay for it. There are some of the more powerful things you can do in HitFilm, like you can buy extensions and add-ons and stuff that make it a lot more powerful than the way it is when you get it initially. But when you get it initially, all you gotta do is promote it once on social media. Which, when I first got it, I promoted it on Twitter. I sent out a tweet about it. I'm just like, hey, go get HitFilm. I have it now, and it's awesome. And that was it. And I was able to use HitFilm, and I'm very happy that I'm using HitFilm. It is one of the best editors that I've ever worked with. I've worked with a few different ones, like Windows Movie Maker. What was that one called? Lightworks, I think. Which Lightworks was horrible. I will never use Lightworks again. It ruined my videos. Adobe Premiere Pro, that one's pretty good, but you have to pay for that one monthly. Sony Vegas I've never worked with, but I heard it's pretty good. HitFilm, however, is really good. If you want to do more powerful stuff, you gotta pay for it, but the initial program itself, with the basic functions, you can just promote once on social media, and it'll work. So yeah. So thank you, HitFilm, for saving my video and making it as amazing as it was. And I also want to thank the person who recommended it to me, NekoChibi013. There should be a thing for her right here. There should be a little picture and an end card for her. Go check her out. She's amazing. She also played the first game of Lily's Day Off, and then she played the sequel, Lily's Night Off, on her Twitch channel. She streams almost daily, I think. She plays a lot of cool games. She's a great friend of mine. Should be an end card for her right there. And yeah, go check her out. She does amazing stuff. I like her a lot. She's a great friend, and she recommended HitFilm to me. And I recommend HitFilm to anybody who wants to be a YouTuber or any kind of video creator. Stop buzzing, phone! Yeah, it is an amazing tool, and yeah, that's it. So, if you guys, and there should be a end card right here for the video of Lily that went up on Wednesday of Lily's Night Off, episode 3. So, with all being said, you're not required to have a fantastic day. You have no choice, and I'll be playing this video. Stay for everyone. Ciao.